welcome to Parlons de Livres. Our show is aimed to receive writers to share stories. Yeah, all the writers who want to share their stories with us, they are welcome in Parlons de Livres. We say in English, let's talk about book. So today we have a new guest. His name is Francis Antoine MAYEUR. So, good morning. It's not morning, right? I just say hi because here is the morning, but you over there is not the morning. So, hi, Mr. MAYEUR.
Hello, Judith. How are you?
I'm fine. Welcome to Parlons de Livres. It's always a pleasure to host you in our show.
Thank you for welcoming me for a second time in New York.
Yeah, we read this book, little book. We like it. Very interesting. We say we need to share this with the listeners. So before talking about the book, Mr. MAYEUR, can you please introduce yourself to the listeners?
Yeah, so as you can see, I'm 73 years old. I'm retired after 40 years in the French Air Force. And I've been living in many countries, thanks to that, and 2 times in US, by the way. The first time I was in US, I was 20 and we crossed all the US hitchhiking. 100 cars in the US. And now we have all retired people say the same thing. We have a lot of work to do. Mainly the garden, the house, and writing books as well, if I can sometime. And we played violin and that's it.
Yeah.
I do the English translation as well. It's very, very difficult. I know I should be better, but it's the way it is.
But it's okay. It's okay. You're doing well.
Yeah. So I like to write the way nobody does, and I'm very happy when readers say, "Wow, I never read a book like that." This is the main thing, and it's always autobiography.
Yeah.
Many things in the little book are part of my life.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. And I try to put some wisdom, like ancient Egyptian did. Wisdom to explain, do this and don't do that. It's very selfish person.
Yeah, no, but it's good because I felt it. I felt it when I read this book. You talk about Egypt, yeah, like you say, wisdom, hope. You send, a lot of messages in the story, and the story is
all my books I like that.
Exact. It's a special book. It's a special book. So, can you tell the listener what the book is talking about? Little book is the title. Little book. What the book is talking about?
It's roughly the life of any book. It starts in the window of the bookseller, and this book can see other books, and they are talking, they are enjoying themselves, and they are looking at the customers passing by the window. Sometimes they enter, sometimes they don't, and the bookseller is very typical as well. And one day is bought, someone comes and buys the book, and it's all the life of a book from shelf to shelf to shelf to shelf, from box to box to box, from readers to reader, and that's it. And at the end, he come back to another window. That's it.
Yeah.
And during that time, he asks many questions, like little children do. Why? But as nobody else can give the answer, so he tries to find the answer by himself. And sometimes it's strange because the answers are not correct, of course.
Yeah. He's living his own experience. And like you said, we say him, we don't say it. Because the story is like, it's a little boy.
Yeah, a little boy looking at the world, very new for him.
Yes.
It's strange as well.
It's strange. And it's a book, the book who is narrating and telling his own story, This book is not a book is like a little boy, who is narrating his own story.
Yeah, and maybe a boy writing his own diary.
Yes.
Yeah. In fact, I didn't write the book. He did it.
He did it.
Yeah.
Yes. That's why. Exact. That's why I say the book is very special. This book is very, very special. Yeah. And
it's dear in my heart because it's part of me, of course.
And the bookseller is described in a very, very funny way. In a very funny way. Yeah. Let me see. Let me find the page. I was just yeah, he's describing the bookseller. He had a big nose, the bookseller, big and ugly, but he used it to hold his glasses. So he did not want to part with his nose. With his nose, the bookseller. He also had a scarf around his neck. It's funny.
Even if it's not cold.
Yeah, even if it's not cold. Yeah. But the book is so funny. Very interesting.
I'm sure little boys and girls look at all grown-up people and don't understand why they are like that, why they do like that. And you see, when you, I hope when you read the book, you have to read it like when you're talking to a child. You're saying a story, a fairy tale to a child. You go very slowly, and there are a lot of repetitions, like in the fairy tales or in African tales as well.
Yes.
Things are repeated and repeated and repeated again because it's oral language, not written language.
And like you said, he's like a little boy talking. He's proud of himself, the book is proud of himself. He's proud of his cover. He described his cover.
Yeah, the cover doesn't represent anything. And the drawings, which are inside the books, don't represent anything. Because he wrote it, so he cannot represent the world, as he said, he's too young.
In a bookstore, he just gives his feelings. He's talking about this cookbook close to him. He's talking about the philosophy book behind him, and it's like I don't want to go at the back of the store because it's dark,
Yeah, and nobody will see him, but. It's roughly my world is philosophy and reading and the atlas and the maps, and that's my world. And cooking.
Yeah.
I reread it to the interview, and I found it funny. Mainly the mushroom on the recipe book.
In the recipe, he gives everything. He talked about the encyclopedia. He talked about the Bible.
Yeah, part of my world as well, because many books I'm writing talk of the Bible.
Okay, but it's understandable, we understand it because as a book, when it's in the shelf, any shelf close to him.
Yeah.
He has different kind of books, like he said, encyclopedia, philosophy, Bible, cookbook, and it's funny because even he smells. He said a cookbook with exotic cookbook close to him with all the smells and everything. Wow, it's just now after the little girl. After the bookstore, he ended up to a little girl room.
Yeah, the book is part of her life, and the little girl is part of his life.
Elizabeth.
They share something. Elizabeth. All my heroines are named Elizabeth.
Oh,
Not all, but many.
He likes this place. He likes Elizabeth's room, Elizabeth's shelf, because from there he can see everything going on around. Elizabeth has a little brother, Octave. Yeah. So the book is just enjoying his life from there.
She cares a lot
About him.
She puts colors and she reads them. And after she grows up, she becomes a mother, and unfortunately she dies.
Yeah, but
that's life.
It's funny because the book, we don't really know what is written in the book.
Yes,
is the book empty? Is there a story? We don't know. But since it's a book himself who is telling his own story.
Yeah, like in a diary for a young girl, maybe.
Yeah.
Or, I don't know.
Yeah. But it is good. The book has feelings, feelings. Let me see, it's 83, page 83. The book is sad because he said Elizabeth, he doesn't know what happened to Elizabeth. He said, sadly, like the sun god, Elizabeth left one day. Despite all the prayers that were said, she disappeared. We do not know if she's dead or if she left or if she's still there, but we no longer see her. Only the warmth or her memories remain. Sometimes life is really cruel.
Yes.
He's talking like a little boy, like a person.
You should say that I don't see her. They say she is dead, but I cannot understand what death is. Or so maybe I cannot see her, maybe she is there, she's not. He doesn't know. You are only when you're grown up, you know.
Yeah. And all, he just know that he was in the room, on the shelf.
Yeah.
He couldn't see Elizabeth anymore because Elizabeth wasn't coming in the room anymore. Since the book, I was in my mind, the image that appears in my mind when I was reading this, I was like, the little book is sad because he doesn't see Elizabeth anymore. Like he said, we don't know if she's dead or she just left, since the little boy doesn't have feet to walk and go outside or everywhere to see what happened to Elizabeth,
That's it, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It's a very, 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 very nice, very beautiful story. Very interesting story.
We can say there's a sort of message inside for other people.
It was my question, if you have a message, when you wrote this story, do you have a message?
Books are nice, they are not eager for something or bad behavior. So the message is, maybe the reader should have the behavior of a book. Just be nice.
You mean the reader should be more considerate of
attach importance or what is worth, not possess any. A book doesn't possess anything. Doesn't possess it.
And in his case, he went to the bookseller, went to Elizabeth, went somewhere else to Dominic, to Oswald, Octave's friend. Alexander, it even end up in a convent.
Yeah, because convent in many books I read, there's a convent.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
He ended up to a convent with the nuns. The nuns.
And there is at the same time happy and not happy, because there are a lot of readers, but they say, I will not move anymore. This is the end of my
life
as
my journey.
As a book to be read, it's the end of that. But no, of course no.
He was scared. He was scared because he thought that it was the end of his journey. It's like, I end up in this convent. I see all these prayers, all these people. It's funny because he describes the way these people are sitting, they are eating, what they are doing, and it's kind of boring here. You see, he said, how I will end up? He was asking himself. But fortunately for him, he doesn't end up there. So
always something new could happen in your life.
We won't tell. We won't tell the listener how he end up because they have to find out reading and buying the book. You know.
Of course, read it.
But we won't tell everything. So, but it's a nice journey. The little book has.
I could have written longer, a bigger book, but as a tale for children, it has to be short. Otherwise, it will be always the same thing again and again. There's no use.
The question I was about to ask you is, what motivated you to write? It's a kind of short story book.
Yeah, it's a short story, of course.
So
motivated, I don't know. I like very much writing, and I'm looking for new subjects anywhere. One future book is about the USA.
Okay.
And maybe it has to be fantastic, strange, or never done before. So the story of the book, I thought it was funny because the book is like us between people. We meet people and different people. I met one who was smelling. It was a pharmacist and was smelling pharmacy. And it's a book about our life.
I think you will have so many things to say about USA. You know, like you say, we meet so many people that but it's good. Now, my last question: why the title? Can you tell me why you choose the title Little Book? And there is a dash. There is a dash between little and book as a capital letter. Why?
Yeah, I changed the title at the end because it was a story of a little book. Okay, but after I understood he is someone, not something, and little book is his name, like me. I'm Francis Antoine with 2 capital letters. And it is his very name, not a family name, because he's no family, but his very name.
Okay, so it's... What I understand is you choose little book because book is like a name, a family name. Okay, little book.
It's not the little book, it's
little book. Okay, yeah. He's a person, he's a little boy. Yeah.
Still like a boy, yes. The boy I was. But I had so many questions when I was young.
Wow. Look, thank you, because the book is so funny. The book is intriguing too. Because this book from the shelf, has all this look around the world. It travels so much and we don't even know where he end up. So it's very intriguing. It's full of humor too. It's thoughtful. It's thoughtful because we try to put ourselves in his shoe, in the shoes of the book. In
his shoes,
as human beings, we never think about.
I think it's a story of anyone.
Yeah.
Of everybody.
Yeah.
We could make a comic strip with the book.
yeah, why not?
Someone could do.
Yeah, why not?
So if someone is interested there.
It's a delightful story because it's beautifully crafted. Yeah, and when we see at the first look, we think that it's a children's story. It's a children's book.
Many stories for children are small or little, like Le Petit Prince, The 3 Little Pigs, or I wrote something else, I don't know. Tom Thumb, the small, the little red
Yeah.
Little Red Riding Hood.
Yeah.
Hein.
In French, le petit chaperon rouge.
Voilà, le petit
Yes.
chapeau. Many stories are
Yeah.
petit because children are small and they don't like too big things.
Yeah, but it's good. It's for children, the adults also, because you know I'm a grown person. I enjoy it. I enjoy reading this book.
I hope you're still a young girl in your mind.
Yeah, of course, in my mind. Thank you, thank you. So, Mr. Mayer, where can we find your book?
I discovered Amazon or Amazon, any .com or .fr. You can order it and it's delivered very quickly.
Okay, so I think now people know. Thank you to you. Thank you. It's always a pleasure to have you on our show.
Thank you. Hope to see you next time for another book.
Okay, thank you. See you next time.
See you, bye.
Bye-bye. Ladies and gentlemen, we just heard Mr. Mayer talking about his book, Little Book. So like I said, the book is thoughtful because it allows us to be in a book shoes. And Little Book, it's unique because in the story, it's himself writing his own story. That means it's only one book. Usually, books are made in much more copies. You know, they don't do only one book. When they do a book, it's to be made in several copies. But in this case, Little Book is unique because there is only one copy. So it's an interesting book. I recommend you can read it. It's for children, yes, but we can enjoy it too. As mom, as dad, we can enjoy it. Thank you to you all. If you want to support us, don't forget, subscribe, share, and comment. See you next time. Thank you.